Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do Tekken 7 online gameplay with King. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited for Tekken 8, and King is going to be one of my first character I'm going to play with online. And if you haven't seen the Tekken 8 trailer, just go to my playlist and you're going to see that I remade the Tekken 8 trailer and added some new footage for you guys to see of where they got some of the wrestling moves. So if you're interested, go check that out on the playlist. So real quick, for every 50 subscribers this channel gets, I'm gonna do a $50 giveaway to one lucky subscriber with through PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo until we reach our goal of 2,000 subscribers. And if you happen to have your own channel, I will subscribe to your channel as well. I think all YouTube creators should subscribe to one another's channel to help each other's channel grow. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so and hit the like button down below. Don't forget to check out the community page to see the latest image poll. I also have a new playlist called Announcements, so you can stay informed with everything you need to know about this channel, upcoming events, raffles, and giveaways. And if you really want to support this channel, any donation, big or small, will help the channel grow. Just send me a text message saying donations to my cell phone number at 862-405-2191, and I will send you the link to my Cash App or PayPal. It's the same number to enter into the raffles. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. Alright, here we go. Let's get ready. So let's get into King's story, right? So King is a mysterious masked wrestler. He is an outstanding young man who usually takes care of orphans. However, once he put on his mask, he turns into an extremely strong masked wrestler who cannot be stopped by anybody. He is taking the part in the tournament in order to get funding for his orphanage. In the past, he was an orphan himself and was taken in by a friendly family. Oh, this should be a good fight. A mirror match. Nice. So in Tekken 1, it says here the ending description, church. King watches as the clocks top of a church tower strikes 12. The bell in the tower starts to ring, and the children of the orphanage run out to greet him. As the children jump with excitement around him, King raises his arm in triumphantly. So now we go to Tekken 2. After winning 3rd place in his first tournament, the orphan died within King's care, meaning some of the children were sick, and without the money, I guess some of them died. Depressed and enraged, King threw away his jaguar mask and ran away. Armored King worried about his rival and went to search for him. After a long, tiring day of searching and finding no clues to his whereabouts, King may be not found. And then he runs into an alleyway behind a bar, and Armored King saw how his friend's life had crumbled all around him and convinced him to return into the orphanage in order to take care of the kids who were still in need of his help. Armored King also convinced him to resume his training for the King of Iron Fist Tournament 2. So here we go. It says Tekken 2, the children, the ending description. In the dark, early hours of Christmas Day, King stands outside in the snow, watching through a window as the children in the orphanage building and celebrating Christmas with an orphanage worker. Shamed by his loss, because remember he came in 3rd place in the tournament, King shakes his head and walks away, leaving behind a pile of presents for the children. Then the children, King had been watching them run from the building and ran over to greet him. As the children jump joyously around him, King raises his head in happiness. So in both descriptions, the kids were grateful, for his orphanage, because he was doing his best, and he was trying to give him a normal life as best he could. So in Tekken 3 now, it says here, King is a young man who was raised in the original King's orphanage. Now remember, from the anime and from what we know in the Tekken games and the new Tekken Bloodline, right? We know that Ogre from Tekken 3, he was killing high-level skilled masters all over the world. And the original King was one of them. He killed him. So what we don't know is this part that I'm going to read to you guys. So King was a young man who was raised in the original king's orphanage. So one of his students, who was, of age now, it says here, raised in the original king's orphanage. After being savagely attacked by Org, his mentor, dying wish was for King to take over the orphanage. He now fights as a pro wrestler to support the orphanage. So again, this guy was being mentored by the original king. Then Org shows up out of nowhere, kills him, and as his dying breath, he entrusts this young kid to, like, yo, I want you to take up my mantle, keep the orphanage alive, and keep my dream alive, like, take over. And this guy, being grateful that King, took care of him all this time, and as his mentor and his, he did it. He did his mentor's dying wish. He fulfilled it. And in order to support the orphanage, he became a pro wrestler, right? So it says here, the official strategy guide says, heir to the throne. He is really King the Second. Raised in King's orphanage, he was 24 years old when the original king was killed by Ogre. He put on the mask and assumed the role of King's successor. In order to honor his mentor and save the orphanage, the new king had only watched his mentor and really was incapable of fulfilling the legends, right? Master and student, there's obviously a big gap in difference, right? We all know that. So here goes. Armor King, knowing who killed King, which was Ogre, felt an obligation to prepare King the Second for the to rightfully prepare him to get revenge. 4 years have passed. So if the kid was 24, he's now 28. 4 years have passed, and King the Second is now a skillful wrestler, feeling that the time is right for Armor King tells his student that Org was responsible for King's death. Armor King breaks down in tears as he tells the gruesome story. King the Second now knows his purpose in life, which, is revenge, basically. But again, like in the movie Tekken Bloodline, when Jin was trying to get revenge for Jun Kazama, he needed to get trained. He wasn't at Org's level, or to even try to be at Org's level, so they had time. Now this guy was already 24. He wasn't a kid like Jin. But then again, he needed that extra 4 years to become stronger and hone his skills. So in Tekken 3, it says the ending description. King 2 faces off against another luchador with his mentor, Armor King. I watched the match. King 2 finishes the match with his win and hoists his belt, but Armor King is nowhere to be seen. King 2 drops the belt and rushes to the locker room since he had performed admirably in the match, and finds his master sitting weakened by his heart disease, reminiscing about the first king. Okay, so now we go into Tekken 4. So it says here, Armor King was murdered. Murder, you say? Now, I don't know Armor King's story, but to this day, we still got an Armor King. So what, is this guy another Armor King too? I don't know. But it says here, Armor King was murdered. King swore upon Armor King's grave that he would seek revenge against the man responsible for his mentor's death. Well, second mentor, to be honest now. The murderer was currently serving time in an Arizona state penitentiary. With the money he had saved from his professional wrestling tournaments, King arranged for the murderer's release from prison. King then sent a plane ticket and an article about the King of Iron Fist Tournament 4. With his plans in motion, King's headed for the tournament to await his sworn enemy and Bell Tudo's fighter. Now the news reached King that his mentor Armor King was knocked out unconscious by... Oh, wait a minute. It's repeating itself. Hold up. Gotta scroll down. So basically, this guy who... Now I'm confused. This one article says he killed him. Another one said he just got beat up. I'm starting to lean that he got beat up because Armor King is still around. Anyways. It says the official strategy guide, Armor King's mentor and foster father was dead. Okay, so now it's definitely being confirmed. King swore upon Armor King's grave that he will revenge against the man responsible for his mentor's death. Again, it's repeating the same crap. Alright, So where we left off is that he knows who the murderer. He's gonna get him out of prison. He bought the murderer a ticket to go join him and meet him at the King of Iron Fist Tournament 4. So now it says in the ending description, King donated his vast fortune of the Mishima Saibatsu to help improve children of the world. Meanwhile, Murdoch, and there is your mysterious god. Murdoch had been hospitalized after his loss to King. King goes to the hospital to seek vengeance, ready to deliver the final blow after reaching him. Then he halts after seeing a portrait of Murdoch with his elderly parents as a medical tray next to his bed. Reflecting on the pain of his own losses and the foolishness of his crusade of vengeance, King eventually puts down the photo of Murdoch's chest and simply leaves, sparing his foe. Having realized that revenge is not the answer, King trudges through the hospital corridors, visibly downcast. So he had a change of heart, basically. He could have killed the man, but he chose not to. So Murdoch gets to live another day. Lucky. Wow, we're already down to our last fight, man. Some of these fights have been good. I cannot wait for Tekken 8. But let me see if I could try to rush at least to Tekken 5 and 6 before the video ends. So in Tekken 5, it says here, Murdoch hospital room to finish him and avenge. Nope. See, he keeps repeating the same thing. Okay, it says official strike. After defeating Craig Murdoch in the King of Iron Fist Tournament 4. Yep, it's repeating the same thing. Oh boy. It says the wrestler with the spirit of two champions. After beating Craig Murdoch, he followed Murdoch to the hospital. Yo, they have like 4 different versions. I'm trying to scroll down here. Okay, the King of Iron. Okay, we will settle this. Okay, here we go. After beating Craig Murdoch, he followed Murdoch to the hospital to kill him. Then he realized revenge was not the only answer. Later, King heard that Murdoch challenged him to a rematch wearing the Black Jaguar's mask. Wow, he's gonna put disrespect to the name, and by pretending to be Armor King. Wow, I won't let him disgrace my master, says King. They will settle this score in the King of Iron Fist Tournament 5. So it says here summary of the game events of the 4th match in the tournament. They fought, and Julia told King to stop fighting just because of Murdoch, called him out, and King refuses to allow such a disgrace of his master, and Julia had to stop King by herself. However, King was the victor in their match and was given even more fuel to beat up on Murdoch. The two wins after this, he had the chance to fight Murdoch, and Murdoch admittedly stated that he would beat King fair and square. Once again, however, King won. Murdoch conceded to defeat, and King offered his hand in friendship, reconciling the difference between the two. So now in Tekken, in Tekken 5, the ending description. King is being beaten by a tag team combo of the 2 wrestlers. He retreats to his corner with one arm outstretched and only Murdoch to slap, and it is tag himself in. Murdoch then makes a quick work of the 2, given enough time for King to recuperate. They then finish the duel together with the respective aerial finishing moves. King uses the muscle buster, and King as Murdoch hoists their NWN championship belts, finishing the movie scene. So now we get to Tekken 6. And again, I don't think I'm gonna have time. I think we have one more round here left. This guy's pretty tough, man. Look at that, he has 4 wins too. This guy's tough. But I'm gonna stop it right here. I'm not gonna have enough time to do Tekken 6 or 7. But man, what a story, right? Well, at least we got to know a little bit more about King. I know I did, because I didn't truly fully knew his story other than Ogre had killed him. And I never knew who the second guy was. So it's news to me. Oh, got him. I'm trying to see if I can end this guy with a special. But he always likes to counter stuff. See if I can get him with the angle slam. Oh, block that. Always get him low. Got him. Nah, it was a good match, but he's the king for a reason. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. See you guys on the next one.